Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. Chris McGee, James Worthy, Robert Horry. We got Brez joining us a little bit. Allie and Trudell will be handling the post-game duties. Rob, wipe the sweat off your forehead. The Lakers win after losing 6 of 7 games, losing to the Sacramento Kings and the Toronto Raptors, 2 lottery teams at home in back-to-back games. And then the news came that Dennis was going to be out for 14 days. LeBron re-aggravating the ankle. He's out. And here come the Denver Nuggets, who have been absolutely on fire. The Lakers find a way to win. Defensively, you have to give them props tonight. When things aren't going well, James, you and Rob have talked a lot about stepping it up on that end. That's what got you here. That's what won you a championship last year. They held the Nuggets to 89 points, a team that averages 115, 5th best in the league. Lakers shoot 43% from 3. And those last 4 minutes and 39 seconds, that's why Rob's doing this. They were excruciating because the Lakers go 2 for 10 down the stretch and almost lost a 10-point lead. But they hold on to win. It's a big win.
It is a big win, Geeter, and any win right now is a big win. And I do give the Lakers credit for showing signs of getting back to where they need to get back to. It wasn't a full 48 minutes, but I do like, the fact that Coach Vogel decided to put Marc Gasol in there because without Schroeder, he made things start to happen a little bit. The motion was there. In the defense, I thought the defense, particularly in the fourth quarter, the exception with the last 4 minutes, it was kind of whacked all over the place. But I thought they showed signs of getting back to defense, playing the game. They got some outstanding shooting from Wesley Matthews tonight, came off the bench. I thought that they played well enough to win. It's just those last 4 minutes, just enough to drive you crazy, Rob.
You're right about that, it drives crazy. But the thing about you had the energy, you had the effort in the first half. The only thing that it was not good was that lull they had there in the fourth quarter where they took a lot of ill-advised shots. But that's a learning process, and hopefully they can watch the film on this game and understand that you don't always have to take a quick shot when you have a 10-point lead. When you have AD on the block, you can run some clock and let that clock be your friend.
Appreciate the props to Wes Matthews and Marc Gasol. We're going to talk about them in just a little bit. But let's go back to Staples Center. THTs with Mike Trudell.
All right, Talen Horton-Tucker, I don't know if that final drive went exactly as you would plan, but the result certainly worked for the Lakers. Can you take us through the play?
Man, I thank God for that, that play right there. My intention was just to, try and get to the basket and, draw contact or foul or anything. I didn't go as planned, but, it still went in. So, I'm grateful for it, and we got the win, so that's the most important thing.
Yeah, it looked like you may have gotten a little help from Marc Gasol just contesting the rebound from Jokic. You then got your hands on the ball. How big was Gasol off the bench tonight for you guys?
He was a difference maker, really. Him coming in the game and his ability, to almost kind of speed Jokic up and try to, make things harder for him was really good for us, with Dre being in foul trouble and things like that. So, him staying ready was very important for us, and, we're appreciative to have him for that.
And Talen, look, your fellow Chicago native sitting next to you on the bench there, Anthony Davis, probably his best game since returning from injury. What did you make of him, and especially that final block to seal the game?
It's himself. The last few games he's been trying to find his rhythm. We just want him to be the best AD that he could possibly be. So, him showing those, those flashes is great because it shows that, he's, finding his rhythm back and just getting back to himself. And when we have him back to himself 100%, I feel like we're pretty hard to beat. So, it's pretty good for that.
And final thing for you, look, it's been a tough couple of weeks, right? A lot more losses than you guys are used to having. How important was it to just get a victory, get this feeling back for you guys on the squad?
That's what we've been, stressing over the last few weeks, with us going through this rough patch. We just wanted to get back in the win column because, the only thing we could turn around is, just the things that we can control, and that's us, making the right decisions to win. So that was the only thing that we had to focus on.
Talen, we appreciate the time, man.
Thank you.
Marc Gasol, 10 points in 17 minutes. His plus-minus, plus 17. 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a block. He guarded Jokic, and he was 3 for 4 from 3. I'm not sure you could have dialed up a better game for a guy that was the 11th man off the bench. And James, you brought up something a few moments ago. You brought it up last game. You said with Dennis being out, maybe Gasol gets minutes tonight. You have a guy that can operate from the top of the key. You might need another playmaker. we didn't see him play. But tonight he got called in late in that second quarter when Drummond got his fourth foul. And I'll tell you what, without Marc Gasol, you don't win this game. I think he reminded everybody why he's here.
And you heard Tucker say he was the difference maker tonight because they know his style of play. That pass right there, you know, they weren't getting too many of those. But the way he came in and started directing people, move out of the way. He did that a couple times, got people in place, and then he made plays for other people. And then when they left him open, 3 or 4 from behind the arc, you cannot ask for a better performance. That one time Jokic tried to post him up, he played good D, vertical. I think he got a little piece of it, stopped him in the paint. That's hard to do. So he knew how to use his mass and his body, his experience. And I think tonight he was saying, look, you brought Drummond here. You should have made him earn that spot instead of just giving it to him because he plays well. And that unit that did most of the coming back were, with the exception of AD, was kind of like the old group that they had when AD and LeBron out. So they connected. They played Caruso, Pope, Matthews. You know, they connected and played very well. So hats off to a good collective effort. They need to win. Win's a win's a win.
Yeah, the NBA is all about matchups, and you're going to have teams that you match up well with, and the Lakers match up extremely well with the Denver Nuggets. And when they match up, I love it when Gasol is on him because that matchup is very good because he knows that European style of play. And American guys sometimes don't understand the European style of play. And that's what Jokic plays with on the block. He has all those up and downs, sort of like a Kevin McHale. I know I should mention that name on the show, but sort of like that. And when you watch Gasol, how he plays him, he just bodies him. He doesn't let him move him out of the way because he's too big and too strong, and he knows that game.
Robbie stays on his feet. He plays tall. He's grounded. He knows when to not go for the shot fake. I mean, absolutely correct. He knows how to play him.
Hey,
he does a good job against Embiid. There's certain matchups, Gasol, absolutely.
Yes, because it's that weight and that strength that he has. You know, not saying that Drummond doesn't have it, but it's a different type of body movement because he's more of a massive guy you have to move than Drummond. And Drummond is an eager, young shot blocker. So that means he's going to go for an up fake before Gasol will. So Gasol is one of those guys. He's you know, I'm old. I'm not really going to block shots. I'm going to wait. But that contest that he does at the last minute is great, and it deters a lot of shots. So big ups to Gasol being ready tonight, coming out and performing, and basically was MVP of this game.
He is not going to react until you take a shot. Anything else before that, he's not going to react. He's going to use his body, like you said, get in your way. Not until you shoot the shot is when he's going to. He doesn't go for up and unders. He doesn't go for a lot of stuff. He keeps his body in front of it, and when you go for the shot, that's when he uses a lot of his defensive skills. He did a great job tonight.
In the words of Marc Gasol, he just works here. All right, let's get you to the highlights. Lakers taking on the Nuggets. Second night.